Hello, I am back. Writing your intentions and the letter that I just did to my future self at the end of 2017 is, of course, a really important practice, and especially in aligning with your intentions and realizing your dreams. It is critical to get a clear picture of what that looks like, what it's going to feel like once you've achieved it. But that's only just one of the steps that are really, really important on this path towards realizing your dreams or your 2017 intentions. Instead of just saying them, somehow we have to set them in motion, right? Plant the seed and then nourish it so it can blossom. And there are three more critical steps in this process that I felt like I should share with you. Something that I do every single year and has always managed to get me to that place that I set out and intended to get to. So the first step is to look at yourself. So we did this in my workshop the other day. I handed out little mirrors and had people hold these hand mirrors and look at themselves. And it was an unusual thing just because most of the time when we're looking at ourselves in the mirror, it's for the sake of critiquing. You know, we're checking our makeup or just taking a quick glance at the external self. But rarely do we look into the mirror in an effort to see the internal self, to dive a little bit deeper, go beyond the shell. And this is what I was asking people to do, to take the mirror and go beyond the shell, to dive deeper into self. And so this takes a few moments. You have to look into the mirror and you have to get beyond the initial reaction as we see our external self in the reflection, and kind of maybe pick an eye, look at that eye, and really try and dive beyond the shell. And then once you've experienced you and you've kind of got there, you've moved beyond the exterior, in that space you want to ask yourself a couple critical questions. The most important questions to ask yourself is, first of all, what is your biggest fear in realizing these dreams? What is the biggest fear that may be holding you back from actually taking an action or stepping in the direction of realizing these intentions or resolutions that you've set for 2017? Do you have any fears around, having more money? Is there any beliefs that may be hidden deep in your subconscious mind that may be hindering your forward movement? Then there's two more steps. The second step is something I call a Faithometer. It's kind of imagining a scale or a meter that ranges from 0 to 100. And this meter has the ability to measure your faith. So you're going to take each one of your intentions and you're going to hold it against this meter, and you're going to ask yourself, what is my level of faith that I'm going to actually achieve this? Oftentimes when the intention is just a conception, like an idea at its conception, like I'd really like to do this, and we check it on that faithometer, we're just at maybe 10% or 20% faith that it'll actually be. So what increases our faith? For the most part, maybe talking to other people, running your idea past those people and them giving you the thumbs up, that can usually increase the faith. Taking actions in the direction of pursuing this dream or this goal, that increases faith. Sometimes this can be getting more education, reading, writing, those sort of things, just learning about the task or actually somehow doing it, even if it's just doing it by yourself. And I don't know if this shows up on your screen or not, so I'm going to dump it. And then Deserveometer. So the goal is to get your Faithometer all the way to 100%. And so you just got to keep checking in. Where am I at now? Am I at 80% faith? Once you get to 100% faith, you're there. If it hasn't already happened, it's going to happen. But, really, the only person that we ever have to worry about in believing in ourselves is ourselves. It doesn't matter if the world thinks that you can do it if you don't. So you always got to check in with what is your faith that you can do it. And then the third step is the same idea, same concept of a meter or a scale. And this time you're going to place deserve as the measuring, or what we're measuring. And so you're asking yourself, how much do I believe that I deserve this thing? And this is oftentimes very similar to faith, because our deserving and our faith come hand in hand. Sometimes we think, oh, I don't deserve that because I haven't done enough work. Not everybody believes that they have to work really hard to deserve things. But knowing whether or not you believe that you have to work hard, that's what's important, because you believing that you deserve it is what's going to hold you back from achieving it. And so hopefully these three things, I hope that you all do them, and then most importantly, I hope that you can somehow manage to find 100% faith, and that you will achieve these things, and 100% on the Deserveometer. Just a deep understanding that just by being born, you deserve an abundance in love and in health and in prosperity and whatever it is that you desire. You already deserve it, and you're the only one holding yourself back on believing that. And I hope we make it a fantastic 2017. Talk to you soon.